Virgil is, by far, one of the most popular turtles in the diving world, if not the most popular. Friendly, curious, and totally at ease around people, Virgil has earned a warm spot in the hearts of many a visiting diver. But even if you've had the opportunity to interact with Virgil in person, you may not know all that there is to know about this extremely personable reptile. That's why, in this video, we're counting down the top 5 things you probably don't know about Virgil the turtle. Number 5. Virgil is not a snapping turtle. For some reason, many people just assume Virgil is some species of snapping turtle. Well, that would be unfortunate, as snapping turtles are not exactly known for their sunny dispositions. What Virgil actually is a Florida soft-shell turtle. Among the largest of all freshwater turtles, soft-shell turtles can grow to nearly 30 inches in length. In the wild, soft-shell turtles are timid and avoid people. Virgil, however, has never lived in the wild and, as a consequence, has never seen humans as a threat. Nevertheless, just because Virgil isn't a snapper doesn't mean you can't get bitten. If you offer Virgil a finger, expect to have Virgil check to see if it's edible. The bite will hurt, but you probably won't lose a finger. It's better just to keep your fingers balled up in a fist when Virgil comes to check them out. Number 4. You can feed Virgil. You can hold hands with Virgil, but you can't pet Virgil. This is actually true of most wild animals. If they see a hand anywhere above them, they perceive it as a threat and generally retreat. Even if Virgil were to hold still long enough to be petted, well, if it was you, would you feel anything through that shell? Virgil will happily sniff your hand and maybe even put a paw on yours. Just remember to either keep your hand directly in front of Virgil or slightly below the turtle's line of sight. Number 3. Virgil has a mini-me. In 2012, an aquarium in Orlando found itself with a juvenile turtle who was rapidly outgrowing their facilities. Knowing that Blue Grotto had a similar turtle who had thrived for the past 2 decades, they asked us to take the little fellow in. Shortly after arriving, this mini Virgil promptly disappeared and has only recently started to make appearances. This is the only known photo of Virgil's mini-me, although we are hoping to see more of him in the future. Number 2. Virgil is older than you think. Turtles and tortoises can have incredibly long lives. A tortoise who died in India in 2006 had been born in 1750, having lived to the ripe old age of 255. Well, Virgil isn't quite that old. We know that Virgil arrived at the grotto in 1997, having outgrown the aquarium of a previous owner who had raised Virgil since infancy. But here's the catch. Virgil was no spring chicken back then. According to the prior owner, Virgil was born in 1957. This means Virgil will celebrate a 60th birthday in 2017. The name Virgil evokes masculinity. You may associate the name Virgil with the Roman poet who documented tales of the gods and heroes. Or perhaps it reminds you of Ed Harris's character, Virgil Brinkman, from the James Cameron movie The Abyss. Upon hearing the name and looking at that rugged face, people naturally assume that Virgil must be a guy. Which brings us to the most surprising fact of all. Number 1. Virgil is actually a girl. Back when Kurt and Dave first took over the grotto, a female staff member took it upon herself to name the turtle Virgil, without first checking to see whether that name would accurately reflect the turtle's gender. She got it wrong. Unfortunately, by the time visiting biologists alerted us to the error, the name had stuck. Even in our safety and orientation video, we repeatedly referred to the turtle as a he. The entire situation is reminiscent of the old Johnny Cash song, A Boy Named Sue. Fortunately, Virgil hasn't threatened to shoot anyone over the error. The fact is, she could really care less what you call her. In any event, Virgil now joins the ranks of names such as Jean, Francis, and Gail, names that can be either male or female. If it helps, you can always refer to her as Miss Virgil. She'd probably like that.